Them reach out to you to try to set up like somewhere we don't need to do your house every few months.
Yeah. Like, I'll just come down there like a couple days and just whatever.
Yeah,
or have the detective hit me.
Yeah, I'll have him call you. That way it's easier for you.
Yeah.
You know, if he calls you, you guys can schedule something up
because I'll have a few numbers that, like, by the time you at least ring, like,
damn near more classics than anybody. I think the only discography I would say kind of hangs with him or surpasses him unequivocally is Kanye in terms of quality.
I always feel like, man, we talked about this. I always feel like Kanye first half of his career is overrated. The second half is really where you get Kanye.
You're tripping.
Man.
Overrated?
Oh, Yay. Like the Yay EP. Like, that's my favorite Kanye product.
Yay?
All right. Does that hit me?
I mean,
okay. A little psyop sent by the ops. Gotta respect it. You can't clown Desiree Perez for getting a stalker and not expect the police to show up to think that you shot 10 people in the crib. So it is what it is. I'm back. Chat, it's, nasty warfare, It's a little nasty warfare. Don't you worry. They were cool, though. I'll be honest. I don't want to give nobody no ideas. This is the first time I got swatted and I wasn't put in cuffs and thrown in the back of a car. So, I think they kind of know. They claim they called me a couple of times. I'm going to follow up with them. And, we had people try to swat me like every day or every other day. Well, whenever I'm streaming. And me and my police department had like a really good relationship. They claim that they switched to some new shit. But I'll holler at them to try to make sure that's not a thing, or try as much as you can. Cause when they get a call saying, yo, there's like 5 niggas shot up in the crib. Like, they got multiple calls. Actually, one of the calls was, while I was outside, they're like, oh, we just got another call about the shooting. So I don't know. I wonder who that call was from. Oh boy, I wonder what that was from. I went live on IG.
Them reach out to you to try to set up like somewhere we don't need to do your house every few months.
Yeah. Like, I'll just come down there like a couple days and just whatever.
Yeah,
or have the detective hit me.
Yeah, I'll have him call you. That way it's easier for you.
Yeah.
You know, if he calls you, you guys can schedule something up
because I'll have a few numbers that, like, by the time you at least ring, like, in case anyone thinks that, these days with people saying everybody's manic, they're like, no, you staged that. It's all good. It's all good. It's a dirty game, chat. It's a very, very dirty game. I'm laughing, but it's not, it's not humorous. There was a young woman actually upstairs, and like, she's traumatized. That's why I had to step off camera. She's like super traumatized. Like, they fucking put her in cuffs, threw her on the ground type shit. They don't know who she is, right? They know me from me living here for a while, or at least some of them know me. But they get a call. They're like just trying to secure shit. She's obviously traumatized. I don't know if she's ever been in cuffs. Like, so I feel bad, but so I said I try to keep my house like a war zone. You know what I mean? Like, I feel bad that she's even here for this, because now it's like burned in our memory that I fucking got put in cuffs at Axe Place. So yeah, I was trying to apologize to her for that. It's all good. They do it to me. They do it to Nikki. They do it to, it is what it is, man. Like, you're not having a good day until you got a couple AR-15s pointed at you. You're not having a good day till then. Okay. Nevertheless, that was to throw us off track. We still have things to discuss. And unfortunately for those people, I don't plan on switching up the agenda even still. Again, I do want to also thank my local police department. Trust me, I know they came through, whatever. They didn't really even kick down this door, right? Well, obviously they can't kick I guess they could kick the door down. But they were like knocking, they were just shouting heavy. But yeah, they didn't come on this camera with guns. You didn't see no guns or anything, right? I turned on the light in here, and they had to make sure the room was clear. But they figured I was on live stream. Yeah. God damn. Does everybody go through this? You can't sue the police. They you know, they got, I think the calls are coming like maybe possibly international. Like they have ways on how they make SWAT calls, right? So they're like, hey, there's a shooting that just started at this residence. They have to respond. Now, my police department said they try to reach out, but they must have a different number for me recently. Anyway. You can't blame the police department for responding to a potential shooting. They don't know what's a SWAT. They don't know if I'm streaming. They don't know whatever. They know me, but they just, you know, they still got to take precautions. They also, when they pull my address up, it says that, you know, this local precinct authorized me to have 50 guns. So it's like they know there's hella weapons in the house. They got to come through with the ARs. They got to go try to, you know, check the house. And last time the chief of police came out and, or like, I don't know, the head guy at the police station, I guess. I don't know if he's chief of police. And he was like, he apologized because I ain't gonna lie, they threw my ass in cuffs. They just threw me in the back on some neon shit. Like, they get the fuck in the back. And at that point, you know, they cleared the house and they realized that it was a fake call. And then they were like, hey, we apologize. You know, we clearly don't get a lot of swatting calls. We're a very small town. No one really calls in that type of stuff. We clearly know you have an audience. We should work with you that we could try to mitigate these things, that people aren't doing this all the time. And that was about like 6-7 months ago. I was on video when that happened. But yeah, it's okay. I feel incredibly bad for the young woman who's here. Yeah. She's like distraught. I'm not gonna lie. She's crying and stuff like that. That's why I stepped off camera again. At this point, I'm like, I'm used to it. I'm a streamer, so I'm like, swatting. Okay, all right, let's go. Let's do our thing. Let's come back. But not everybody's used to being get down, handcuffs, That's not it's not fun, honestly, right? Clearly. And also, I have a shit ton of dogs, and a lot of times they might be out in the house. I don't want the police trying to clear my house and fucking, yo, you shoot Pluto, like, yo, we gotta crash out. Like, yo, you know what I mean? Like, I can't have nobody try to almost kill my dogs, you know what I mean? My dogs is my dogs. Anyway, all right. Enough of that. Nevertheless, I'm going to continue the stream. Y'all tell me, should I continue the stream? A little part of me, I feel like she's looking at me like an asshole. Like, yo, bro, you're going to still stream? I'm like, hey, I kept the stream on while this happened. I'm like, I can't just like leave. And I was just telling her, I'm like, I'll send you to a hotel if you need to go to a hotel. I get it. I told her, like, when you live in my house, this is Alcatraz. Like, a nigga might break in. Like, so I got all these dogs, whatever. You might get swatted. So I hope I'm not like being an asshole, not like tending to her feelings. But yeah. Yeah, the first time you're in cuffs is definitely a little bit like, especially when you know you ain't did nothing. Oh, man.